The best of money matters. Right Business.
Welcome to The Right Business, where we dive deep into the stories of trailblazers who dare to disrupt the status quo, find the gap in the market to find the right business. Hello, I'm Hongbin Jeong. Now, limousine services play a crucial role in the corporate world, providing executives and business professionals with the reliability, luxury, and convenience they need to stay ahead in a fast-paced environment. But despite the demand for premium transport, many corporate clients have faced frustration with inconsistent service quality, untrained drivers, and operational inefficiencies that tarnish the experience. This is where Prime Aces Limousine steps in. Founded by Lim Zhi Min with a vision to elevate corporate mobility, Prime Aces Limousine has redefined the premium transport landscape. So to share more about how Prime Aces Limousine is transforming corporate transport through professional services and operational innovations, joining us today is Zhi Min, who is the founder of Prime Aces Limousine. Zhi Min, welcome to the show.
Hey, Hongbin, thank you so much for having me here.
Thank you so much for joining us. Zhi Min, before launching Prime Aces Limousine, you were a ride-hailing driver. Now, during that time, what gaps did you notice in the industry that shaped your vision for a premium corporate transport service? What gave you the idea to start Prime Aces Limousine?
That's right. I started out as a ride-hailing driver in 2017. It was during this time I had an opportunity to gain invaluable insights into the transportation industry. And during my time, I noticed two significant gaps that I observed that ultimately leads to the creation of the premium transportation service to redefine professionalism and efficiency. The first gap, I noticed that there's a lack of professionalism in the drivers.
Okay.
Yes, and through my interaction with the passengers, I noticed that many of them are corporate travelers and business travelers. Some of the comments that they feedback is there was this particular examples. The secretary booked a ride for her boss for airport pickup. And when the boss came out from the arrival hall, they couldn't find the drivers. They called, but no one picked up. So can you imagine professional service, but yet unreliable?
Right.
So these kind of comments are not uncommon. So the other ones that we commonly heard are the vehicles are not well maintained, the driver's attitudes are not consistent, sometimes last minute requests they are being denied because they don't have a vehicle available. So the second gap that we observe are the operational inefficiencies. As a ride-hailing driver, I easily clock in about 10 to 15 hours a day. And 30% of our time are spent idling, which means we don't have a job, we are looking for a job. 30% is a lot of time. It's easily about 3 to 4.5 hours. So the glaring issue is, as a driver, income is inconsistent and is unpredictable. I don't know how much I earn until the end of the day. So in my heart, I was thinking, there must be a better way to solve both sides of the equation. And that's how Prime Aces Limousine was born. So we aspire to create a sustainable income for our drivers, one that is respected for their time and effort. On the other hand, we want to create this reliable service that is seamless, professional, and consistent. And today, 7 years in the business, I'm proud to say that Prime Aces Limousine has earned its reputation for being the reliable, professional, and the go-to for corporate meeting transportations.
Amazing. Well, then let's dive into Prime Aces Limousine. Could you share the range of services you guys offer at Prime Aces Limousine and what sets your company apart from, other premium transport providers?
Yes, we offer a range of services. Over here, I'll just share the three common used ones. Airport transfer is the most common. We pick up the guests from the airport and then send them to the destinations and vice versa. The second one is event transportations. We manage and specialize in small to medium-sized events, ranges up to 50 vehicles. The events can be meetings, conference, financial roadshows, and board meetings. The third one, hourly charterings. So the customers can book the vehicle and the driver by the duration. It can be a couple hours, be a couple of days to a couple of weeks. So what makes us stand us apart is, I would say, we have three core values that serve as our guiding North Star. Number one, reliability. We guarantee our drivers to be on time. If our drivers are not on time, the trip will be complimentary waived for our customers. Responsiveness. We had set aside a KPI of 6 hours to respond to the first contact emails. Why do I want to set aside such a demanding time? Those who roll into us, usually they have some pain points or some issues that they want to be resolved. By being able to respond so quickly to our clients, we demonstrate that, number one, we are still in the business. We want your business, and we are able to serve your needs. So this creates trust and confidence among our customers. Number three, reachability. My mobile numbers are listed at the email signature of every single email that was sent out. So it wants to show our customers that you're not just writing to a cold email or an AI responding to you, but if at any one point you need someone to talk to, you can speak to someone. So at Aces Limousine, it's not just the service we offer, but we also want to ensure that the experience that they are going through is also equally important.
Amazing. Well, as you mentioned, service consistency is often a challenge in the luxury transport industry. So how do you ensure your drivers maintain high standards? I mean, you did mention that if they're not there on time, the ride is on you guys. But what kind of improvements or adjustments do you have to make to continuously, enhance service quality?
Certainly. You have asked a very challenging question. It's a spot on. I think in the service trade, this is a common question everyone will face. So right here at Aces Limousine, we adopt the following three approach. Number one, we set up guidelines and SOP. We share with our drivers what to do and how to do. So they have a certain way of performing certain tasks. So this way we guide them along the way so that they don't deviate too much. Number two, choosing the right driver is also equally important. There's a saying, anyone can be a driver, but not everyone can be a chauffeur. So how we identify is we throw some questions to, for example, to the drivers. Hey, Mr. Driver A, this is what you need to do, A to Z, blah, 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 blah. If the driver himself inherently is customer-centric, most of the time they will come up with some comment like this. Sure, no problem. This is what we need to do. But for someone who is not customer-centric or they are not customer service-driven, most of the time we heard feedback like this. What? So troublesome. Can I don't do this? Can I don't do that? This is, they wouldn't really need all these things. So these are telltale signs that we pick up to identify that who could be the right one that we can use. Using the right driver makes a lot of difference. Number three, training and coaching. We don't just give them a set of guidelines and SOP, but we also teach them and coach them how to do things. Along the way, when they perform the task, if we observe and identify that they are not doing it correctly, we will engage them and share with them how to perform it to better and the reason behind it. So this is how we continue to maintain consistent and quality service.
I see. Well, many corporate clients also require precision, discretion, and flexibility. How do you tailor your services, to meet the unique needs of high-profile business travelers? I mean, could you also share a memorable client experience that reflects Aces Limousine's commitment to service excellence?
Certainly. Over the years, we have served a lot of corporate clients and high-profile business users. And definitely some of them has very unique needs. So right here at Aces Limousine, we focus a lot on understanding what is their needs. Only when we truly understand what they need, then we can customize the solution to cater to their needs. So we quote two examples. Number one, understanding their needs. And for example, for high-profile business traveler, usually they doesn't want their names to be openly known to the public. So if we were to perform airport pickup, we need to understand from the company point of view, how can we meet him without showing his name? So we need to design the welcome sign. Either we use a code name or we use a separate logo. So that is one way of customizing to the needs of the users. Second, privacies and discretions. Especially for high-profile users, there's always a saying, what happens in the car stays in the car. And we also have to train and coach our drivers that to refrain from having unnecessary conversations, refrain from photo takings, and also do not divulge the locations to the third parties. So these are important little details that we have to pay attention to. So one of the example that we can, memorable example was in 2023, that was in September. We are managing the event transportation for Gastech 23. Gastech is the largest oil and energy event in the world, and they hosted in Singapore Expo they took up all the 6 halls. On one particular afternoon, Willie, the driver, it was raining like cats and dogs. Willie was so worried that he couldn't find the customers. So he texted customers, "Hey, I'll be waiting for you at the exit nearest to the hall, holding an umbrella." So Willie grabbed a few umbrella and ran straight to the hall, waiting for them right under the rain. The guest was so touched when they came out, and he see him right away because he was the only one standing in the rain. So until today, they are still with us. And over here, what we want to emphasize is understanding the needs of the customers is paramount to everything that we do here.
I see. Amazing. I mean, beyond service quality that you've just mentioned with that story as well, you also focus on, solving operational inefficiencies. Earlier in our conversation, you also mentioned that while you were working as a ride-hailing driver, you observed that drivers spend up to 30% of their working hours, just waiting around, revealing a major opportunity for optimization. So how has technology in this case helped you, improve inefficiencies, whether through real-time tracking, booking transparency, or overall service management?
Yes, over here, we leverage on technology to create our own blue oceans. We make use of these advanced booking reservation features. We allow our customers to book in advance, way in advance. Literally, if you want to book next year, you can do so with us. So when we are able to receive booking in advance, we create visibility and certainty. So when we do that, our drivers has a forecast. Now they can see easily how much they are making tomorrow, the next day, even up to 30 days. So we are able to take one step ahead to solve the first issue by giving them clear visibility about their income. And the other part of technology that we leverage is the automated notification features. When someone places a booking with us, they instantly receive an email notification confirming their rights. And the next time they receive something from us is when the driver has been deployed. So they will see who's the driver, their contact numbers, the car plate vehicles, and the model number. So the customers no longer has to call or ask who is my driver and what's the contact number. They will receive this way in advance. This creates trust and confidence because they have all this detail on their hand. So technology, we view technology as an enabler. And as it evolves, we continue to commit ourselves to stay ahead and improve our tech stacks along with it.
I see. Well, Prime Aces Limousine looks like isn't just about business growth, but you've also made sustainability and community contributions a key part of your mission. Your ambitious goal to plant 30,000 trees by 2030 is a strong step toward environmental responsibility. What inspired this commitment, and how does it align with your company's long-term vision?
Yes, our long-term vision is one day we aspire to be carbon neutral. But for a small company like us with limited resources, this is a very uphill and challenging task. But it does not stop us from doing something. What inspired this commitment was in 2022, I chanced upon some articles talking about tree plantings. It literally opened up my horizon that by planting tree, we are able to do something for our environment. And it's not necessary that you need to have so much to do something like planting a trees. So this gets me started into thinking about we should do our parts to help our environment. And till today, we have planted 1,000 trees. It is a far cry from the ambitious goal that I set aside, but it's not going to disappoint us. Neither is it going to stop us from moving ahead. No matter how slow, how much effort it takes, we're going to continue to edge forward until one day we achieve our goals.
Amazing. Well, Zhi Min, having grown from a solo driver to managing a premium limousine fleet across multiple regions, you have a unique perspective on the evolution of the luxury transport industry. I mean, you've already established partnerships in Hong Kong, Australia, and Malaysia. Do you see further regional expansion in the near future?
Yes, definitely. The goal of Prime Aces Limousine is to become number one go-to for corporate meeting transportation solution in the whole of Southeast Asia. The next on the horizon, we are looking into Jakarta. Korea is in terms of the Seoul, and Japan in terms of Tokyo. What we ultimately hope to achieve is the seamless booking experience. Allow me to just share an example. If a secretary, the boss is traveling from Singapore to Hong Kong to Kuala Lumpur, a normal scenario, most likely she have to go to 2 to 3 operators to book the car service for the boss. Picturing this today, when she comes to Prime Aces Limousine, she do not need to write to 3 different emails at 3 different places. And when one of her flight's itinerary get changed, which is pretty often for business traveler, changing flight is something that is often due to the change of the schedule. She does not need to write second to third email for the second to the third leg of the transportation. All we need to do is just send us the updated itinerary and we can plan out for her. Imagine how much effort and hassle she has to go through if she has to go to 3 different parties. So we aspire to ultimately be able to solve this huge pain point for our users by creating this seamless booking experience for our customers.
I see. Before we let you go here, Jimin, are there any innovations or service enhancements you're currently exploring to keep Prime Aces Limousine ahead of the curve?
Definitely. As we speak right now, we are in the last stage of our development. We are developing our own proprietary booking and back-end reservation systems. We are designing our own system to solve some of the common pain points we face on a daily basis. Number one, I think service reliability is always an issue. How can we leverage on technology to solve this problem? So these are the features that we're going to implement when the system is ready. When the driver perform a job, 60 minutes before the job, they have to report to us that they are on the way. So this system has this feature whereby if for whatever reason they don't report on the way, and call will be automatically called to the backend system. So this allows us to free our resources by not having to monitor 99% of the trip, which is performing well. So by just focusing on the trip that has issue, we can really pay our attention to solve their problems. The second, a lot of questions that the customer asks these days, most of them could be commonly asked questions. So we would like to use the AI chat box to assist us in answering some of the common questions. This could further free up manpower constraint. Last but not least is the loyalty rewards program that we have introduced recently. Currently, we have to manually issue this to our customers. But once we have our own systems, we could connect with our partners, and when the trip is completed, the rewards will be automatically sent to our customers. So we hope that we can continue to serve our client better and make their experience better than the journey.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much, Jimin, for joining me today.
Thank you so much, Hongbin, for having me here on the show.
Thank you. That was Jimin, founder of Prime Aces Limousine, and this has been The Right Business with me, Hongbin Jeong.
To listen to more great interviews, download our podcasts at audio.sg or download the audio app. That's AWEDIO, audio at the App Store and Google Play.